guys, thank you so much for joining us at Scaredy Cap. I'm Beanie, and I'm here with my friend
Billy.
And we're both here to hopefully make some scary stories together. We're gonna have a fun hat. We'll pull some prompts out of a hat, and then we will start brainstorming which story we want to create. And then hopefully from there, work on making that actual story and then a fun illustration to go with it. So let's get started. We have that, we have our prompts, we're ready to go. Alrighty, for our first story, we have Cosmic Creature. The TV is watching. Runny Nose. We have Ghost Trapped in House. Sunshine. Third one is Spiders in My Hair. We have Inside Out. Pothole.
One more time. What was that one?
Pothole.
Hot bowl? Like soup bowl?
Pothole.
Hole? Like hole in the ground?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And then the last one is Cult of Creepy People Pretending to be Normal.
Okay, so we have our 3 ideas made up of 3 prompts each. We're gonna take a minute and we're gonna decide which one we want to run with and which one we would like to try to create a story with. So I'm gonna set a timer on my phone right now, and then we have to talk very fast to figure out which one we want. Are you ready?
Okay.
Okay, ready, go. Okay. Immediately I like Cult of Creepy People Pretending to be Normal.
Yes.
That's the one that I think is my favorite, but Cosmic Creature always gets me. Ghost Trapped in a House is also very good. The only thing that gets me on that one is Sunshine. I don't really know how to make that super scary. I feel like 2 is out. Yeah.
I think we can cross that too.
Cosmic Creature, TV is watching, and then the Runny Nose. I think the Runny Nose part is just so out there, but it's interesting and we could potentially try to work with it. Mm-hmm. Inside Out, Hot Hole, Cult of Creepy People Pretending to be Normal feels like a story that we can come up with something, I think.
Yeah. Hot Hole should be Pothole with pot.
Oh, so I thought it was hot.
It's because I just talk funny, so you can't tell.
You were just far away. I was like, oh, like hell.
Yeah.
Pothole makes more sense.
Dude, there's one that I didn't choose for this one, but I'm gonna put it in a future one. Pothole, plot hole. I think we chose the 3rd one officially.
We chose the 3rd one. It brought us so much joy. The first thing I think of is somebody coming into town and they're like, it's like a really small town. Maybe their car breaks down because they hit like a pothole and they can't get out. Yeah, and they have to like talk to the first person they see who's like, oh, I have some people, they'll help you. I know the mechanic around here. And that town just turns into this creepy cult of creepy people who are pretending to be normal. But maybe we can like have something towards the end where they like, they literally are like inside out monsters or something, or they're like slaying people and turning them inside out or something to like sacrifice to whatever god they believe in.
I want the potholes to be connected to the cult. Like, I don't know if they're doing something weird underground and they're causing potholes, or they're the ones that just go shoving potholes to like get more people, or like I want like some connection there. Okay, we have to figure out what kind of creepy are they. Because if they're pretending to be normal, what's like the weird thing that they do? Do they like talk weird? Do they just act weird? I wonder if everybody's different each day, but they keep the same name. Like I'm thinking of like the city, like some weird underground city, or like they go down and then new people come up and then they all take like some standard identity, but then it's different people each time, but they pretend like nothing's different.
Ooh, that's interesting. That also can go with hot hole, like they live underground.
Yes. And it's toasty.
It's warm down there for those warm people. What makes them a cult and what makes them turn the people inside, or turn whatever inside out?
I'm trying to think if there's like some like entity down in like the center of the earth that like they have a link to and they have to keep like feeding it, or they have to do something. to keep it alive.
I like the fact that it would be like some sort of entity. I don't really want it to be an alien, but some sort of monster. Maybe we can do something along the lines of, would like sewage do something? Like the sewage lines kind of creating some sort of mutation of people, and maybe it's created this like mutant creature down below the earth that's maybe hypnotizing people, or because of their radiation almost like poisoning them, so they have to like continue feeding it or continue supplying it with whatever, maybe like a giant alligator. It's got to be something like smart enough that they are willing to keep bringing people to it, and hypnotizing enough that they are willing to like destroy their own lives for it. So what's it bringing them?
I'm trying to think if it like started with like a pothole, like there was an earthquake, they had drilling, they had fracking. Pothole appeared. Maybe like what they lose one of the kids in it, and then when they like go to try and find him, they see it's actually like really deep, and then I don't know, maybe it's able to like get people that way, and then slowly just like has control over the town. I don't know if it's like a hive mind thing though, where it's just like, come join me in my like unity, or if it's just like secretly holding them hostage. But if they're creepy people pretending to be normal, I feel like they're bought in on it. There's something,
yeah, definitely,
they're like down for it.
They're definitely down for it. If they go underneath the ground and they find something down there, and there's some sort of like fumes or something that poison the towns, to the point where they believe that that thing that they find is like a god, maybe everything else that they can do is because of whatever they think that they're worshiping. The inside out, but I really like the idea of them turning inside out. So I want that has to be something otherworldly. It can't just be like a poisoning radiation thing.
Yeah, that'd be like their skin's melting off otherwise, and I feel like that's not different. The prompt.
That's not the prompt. It's inside out. Yeah, it's got to be something ethereal. So
I feel like we should then see like animals inside out as like a hint to like what it's gonna do near the end to like the people then.
I agree.
And maybe you don't even know if it's inside out yet, it's like, it's goop. What's this goop?
There's just guts outside, and they're like, oh, but it looks intact. Why are the guts outside?
And then maybe a crack appears and the goop like spills under the ground, and then it just
animals inside out turned into goop, spilling into the hot hole.
Yeah, into the hot hole, pothole. There could be like a weird church thing, and then you see this weird scale thing, or so, whatever they're like worshipping. That's where you're like, that's kind of weird. It's not a cross. They're like, what is that? And then they're all like, oh, it's like the greatest new thing. You haven't heard of it? Like, but then I'm like, how do we make it? How do they turn inside out?
What is that thing? Is it a frog? Isn't there a kind of frog that to eat something, it like flips its stomach inside out through its mouth and gets it and redigests it?
Yeah, it's that, or like, I think starfish.
Just a quick little Google search. It's a starfish.
Okay, we got it.
We got
our inside out stomach animal. They hit a pothole. They realize, like, as they're there, the street's shitty, the town is kind of, like, fine. The first day, people just seem, like, really into, like, these new visitors, and that's kind of weird. They realize that, like, they all go to church, and then maybe they see that all the cars are still parked there in the morning, so they, like, never left. Maybe then they either can see that everyone, like, worships this weird thing, and then they all, like, go into the back, and maybe in the back there's a giant asshole. And that's where they, like, go down for the night, and, like, it's like they, like, remerge with whatever's down there. And then that's when they pop back up and all the identities are swapped again the next day or something. But maybe whenever, at the end, they're trying to destroy the thing, I don't know if they toss dynamite or something down there, the people come back and they're all inside out and they're fucked up because the monster's just trying to get something out there to attack them. And so they, like, don't look right or something.
Good outline. I keep thinking of, like, do you remember in Futurama, the Slurm monster, where it was just like a big goopy monster and they would just shoot Slurm soda out?
Yes.
I keep thinking of something like that where there's just like some blob and like when they see the monster down there, everybody's like suckling on it, like this giant slug thing. I'm gonna write suckling on the slug monster. I feel like the main thing that I'll probably fiddle with is what is that monster? But I think this is really, really good. I really like the idea of it being like church surrounding, very culty. And the church is like weird and broken down, so it's like not any sort of church that they've ever seen before. Something strange about it. And they look at the back of that big hole. I like the fact that there's a bunch of stuff around that shows that people have been around, but they're not there anymore. Like there's way more cars than people in the town or something.
Yeah. They can just keep tripping on potholes while they're there. That would be great.
That would be great. Potholes and they're holding their hot soup.
Yep.
Okay. So we want to do that one today, and then we'll figure this out. We'll kind of write out a bigger outline. You want to draw like a little outline and we can meet up in a couple days and go next steps?
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, so next up will be outline review and then looking at drawing prompts.
Okay, that sounds good. Thanks, guys. We'll come back in a couple days.